Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. On this channel, I talk about fragrance, skincare, fashion, and the finer things in life. And today, I have 7 niche fragrances in front of me. These are, in my opinion, very sexy, very complimented niche fragrances for women. I have done a video like so with designer fragrances. If you have not watched that already, it's gonna be up there and down in the description box. Please do so and come back and find me here. If you're still here, you know men don't have rights. Therefore, grab a drink, grab a snack, get ready, fasten your seatbelts. It's gonna be an excellent ride. Don't go anywhere. Alright, so before I go into the details of my list, I would like to mention 3 important points. 1. You do not have to be sexy for anyone out there. You might be sexy for someone, for your boyfriend, and you can use these fragrances for that purpose. Or, at the end of the week, you're sitting there, it's Friday, you don't want to deal with anyone else's craziness. You can just do self-love, spray your fragrance on, and then you can easily be enough for yourself. Second point, if you're in a relationship with a man and that man is not making you happy, that man is making you spend a lot of money on things, he's not really taking care of you or making you happy, or physically he's not able to reach places that you want him to reach down there. If you're in that situation, don't think you have something wrong with you. Don't get in front of the mirror and say, oh, my boobs are small, I have cellulite. Don't do that. Don't get that mirror and count your cellulite behind your back. Have you seen a man who does that? I mean, I've seen, they're gay. So, if you're in that situation, or if you're in a situation where the man is physically, verbally, or emotionally abusive, you know what? Stop this video, immediately dump him. You deserve better. Thirdly and lastly, I know that no fragrance can be used to fire up a sex life that is already down below zero. 10-15-year-old marriage, long boyfriends, girlfriends. I know, even we just go to Roger's counter and say, you know what, you have to fix my sex life. No fragrance can do that. At this point, only thing that we can do is just look around and talk and communicate and maybe think monogamy is not for us. It's not really natural. I can love someone deeply, but someone else might be satisfying my other needs. That doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. I don't know. Can we really want what we already have, or can we still desire someone that we are vaccinated against, like we are immune to that person? I don't know. These are very hard questions, and then when we go to bed, let that sink in, and let's see what kind of answers we get. However, I'm going to be facing my list right now, and I'm going to be starting with the first fragrance, and that's going to come from Xerjoff, and this is called Gran Ballo. Why Gran Ballo here? In my first video, in my sexy designer fragrances video, I talked about Gold Couture and La Nuit Trésor à la Folie. Those are sweet, sickly sweet, cloying, fruity, caramely, like white flowery scents that men like a lot. I like them too. I like how obnoxious they are. However, if you want something like that, but if you want it to be a niche world fragrance, Xerjoff gives us the answer, because Xerjoff does that, you know. They grab a fragrance from a designer world and then upgrade it to the niche world. They did that to Chanel No. 5 with Picoaya Dama, and they are doing this with Gran Ballo to Juicy Couture. Let's just spray this and then I'm gonna tell you what's going on in here. This is so feminine, caramel, honeysuckle, white floral, sweet, very sexy, but it's not headachy. I think this is very suitable for any activity, you know what, 1-2 sprays here, you can definitely wear this to work, or if you're a student, to a class as well. This is most like, I would call this like, this is a niche fragrance that smells like designer, but it is more refined, more expensive smelling. You won't feel that this has that synthetic sugary note that all the pink fragrances have in the designer world, or gold couture or bonbon has. I like bonbon a lot, by the way, but this is basically more expensive, more refined. So if you are into juicy gold couture and then juicy lines or any other pink fragrances in the designer world, but if you want to upgrade yourself, go through Xerjoff, because they upgrade designers to niche world, and they have Caso Morati Gran Ballo. Alright, so in my first video, I talked about young professionals, professional women, and I recommended Elisa de Parfum for workplace. It's so sexy, it is very dominant in a way, so very feminine, but it also says that, you know, I know what I'm doing, I know how I smell, I'm very hardworking, very professional, I'm gonna rise up. When we spray that, guys around the cubicle says, oh, we just have to want to go to bathroom. They get their iPhones and then they go to their cubicle in their bathroom because they found you so sexy, and then they're doing stuff. In this fragrance, we are still gonna be that lady, very strong, very professional, knows what she's doing. She's very goal oriented, but at the same time, she keeps her touch with her femininity, and then she has this floral, white floral, strong scent that is expensive and authentic. And for that, actually, we are not going to France, we are going to Spain, Barcelona, and it comes from Ramon Monegal, Kiss My Name. This is, in my opinion, one of the top 5 tuberose fragrances on the market. Not that I have smelled all the tuberose fragrances, but this is authentic. This is not old. This is very dynamic and young. So flowery, so satisfying. You're just like getting the flower, getting all kinds of like the jasmine, a little tonka beans maybe, tuberose, very authentic, very sexy, but at the same time young, dynamic, and strong. Perfect for independent women out there. This is great fragrance from Ramon Monegal. You know what? When you spray this, guys in the office area, they don't go to bathroom. They got stuck in their chair and they write your name on the word file in front of them, and then they delete. Write and delete. You know what? They can't really stand up because they have a bulge growing down there. Telling you. Alright. I told you before that I like powdery fragrances so much. But when we say powder, it always reads old, grandma-ish, makeup-y, and it's not like really sexy vibes that we are looking for. However, I did the legwork for you. I went to Nasomatto and grabbed China White. This fragrance is a powdery fragrance. It's also woody, musky, and floral. This is great. This is a dynamic floral fragrance. When you first spray this, you might say, you know what, did I really buy this? This doesn't smell that different. Just give this a time. During the day, you'll find yourself smelling your arm like so. I sprayed this before. This just turns into something. This is woody, powdery, musky, and flowers, floral. This is great. This is great for close contacts because this fragrance is very concentrated, but it does not have the monster projection and doesn't have the footprint CR of those like crazy fragrances. However, this is very good at the longevity department, especially when it's sitting close to your skin. So if you have a close encounter coming your way, and if you want something that is sensual, powdery, but at the same time sexy, this fragrance inspired by cocaine smell, I don't know, I've never smelled one, but this one is great for a close encounter. One of my previous videos, I talked about oud fragrances. I did a list of beginner-friendly oud fragrances, and I called it episode 1. We want to wear oud, we want to smell niche, but oud is very daring. It's hard. So, we just want a fragrance that is feminine, that is sweet, that is edible, that is fruity, that is sexy, but at the same time, it has the sort of like animalic, skanky touches of oud and like the animal notes, if I may say, like the benzoinish kind of, notes, and then some oud and some like skankiness, but at the same time, very strong, very sweet fruitiness. For that, the answer comes from Byron, Parfum, Mula. So, there is a hype around this fragrance, and I think it is well deserved. It's peachy fruits. But at the same time, there is something here that I can't really put my nose on. That's je ne sais quoi. Maybe some ginger with that cypriol oil. It just gives that, like the weed smell here. So enchanting, so refreshing, and at the same time very sexy because you always wanna like go and smell this. And as this dries down, there's vanilla and oud at the base, but it is very approachable, very, very friendly. Opening is very high up there, fruity, sugary, but as we go down, fragrance still keeps the heart beating, it's still strong. It's like hell of a ride here. Longevity is great on this one. So they say this is exceptionally good at the longevity and projection department. I beg to differ, but it might be that, since this has some sort of combination of notes that I'm not really familiar, maybe it's playing games on my nose and then my nose goes blind. So I'm not gonna really say that this is bad at projection, sillage, or longevity. I love this so much. An oud fragrance, but a really oud fragrance? Hell no. Fruity, sugary, sexy, vanilla. Oh, great. Byron Parfum, Mula. Alright, so right now, let's just take a sip here. And we are gonna be starting the series of fragrances that are inspired by sex toy fragrances, let's say. Alright, so right now, just imagine your handcuffs, stainless steel, tied up, or imagine the bed frame, the metallic rods there, like you are chained to it, or you're like trying to bite it, or holding on to it. You have that, metal notes, metal scent, but at the same time, you want to have all the sexiness of like sweetie, sugary fruits and like patchouli kind of like depth, kind of like dirty feeling to it. The answer comes from Daniel Gallagher from America. It's called Rosé All Day. You're gonna be drinking rosé all day with this one, and it's gonna be a very, very, very long night with your partner. This is the metallic note here. I don't know what this is. It's just like with the apple in the beginning. Whoop, it's great. Do you know those like apple chips? They started coming out with apple chips, like dried apple. And when you open that package, it's just like that very dense apple smell. It's not that sweet. And at the same time, this has kind of like pineapple vibes too. Dried, kind of fruity, patchouli, rose, and that metal background keeps everything fresh and everything sexy and just definitely keeps the action going. I love the longevity on this one actually. It's not bad. It's not a super expensive fragrance either. I would say go give this a try. Rosé all day, apple crisps, plum, dark rose, brown sugar, ooh, stainless steel. Great. I'm telling you. Alright, next up on my sex toy inspired fragrances is Montale Mukhallat. Alright, what's up with this one? Whenever I go to CVS or wherever, Walgreens or Duane Reade or online, every condom has now a flavor. Strawberry, vanilla, they are sweet. Every lubricant has a flavor. Whenever I go online, every toy now has that, fruity, sugary, sweet vibe. I was like, apparently this is sexy, we're using it, but why not smell like that, actually? So I said I want something that is like strawberry fruit, vanilla, sweet, but at the same time I want something that has that rubber, latex feeling of a condom and a lubricant or like a toy, that plasticky feeling. And when I said to myself, plastic, rubber, latex in the dry down, I was like, hello, Montale. Every Montale fragrance dries with a plastic note almost. And this one here, Mukhallat, is combined by strawberries and vanilla. I was like, hello, this is it. This is crazy. This is plastic strawberries, Barbie, flashlight. It's crazy. I'm telling you. It's like, do you remember those erasers when we were in primary school? When we just erase so hard, they would get warm and there would be like a fruity smell, and there's also like the gas station vibes, kind of like plasticky petroleum vibe. This has that. This is a sex toy in a bottle. I don't think we can wear this during day, but hey, why not spray during night? By the way, if you have one of those handcuffs with fur, do not spray this on that fur part because this stays for ever, 5 days. I'm telling you, longevity, Montale rules longevity world. And Montale also rules the synthetic, plasticky, latex, rubbery world too. And on that world, we have the fruits. This is just like a super sweet fragrance lubricant. There you go. All right, next fragrance on my list is gonna be the last fragrance. Of course, it's gonna be coming from a brand, no other than one of my favorites, Amouage, and it is called Portrayal Woman. 2019, jasmine, tobacco, elemi, raisins. Not very complex, totally unique, smoky, musty, indolic jasmine. And the dry down, I am telling you, dry down of this fragrance is so sexy. The opening is great. The opening, I'm getting that like tobacco and jasmine, indolic jasmine. This is a hard jasmine fragrance. And the dry down, you know what we call musty when we don't change our sheets for like a month or two, or maybe 3 months. Don't say that we don't do that. We all did that. We're all lazy. And when that happens, at the 4th month, we get a smell that is like musty, but it's still our smell. It's neither masculine nor feminine, but it's very seductive and it's very inviting. I get that kind of smell in the dry down of this fragrance. I'm telling you, this one, Amouage, oh my god, always amazes me. Amouage Portrayal Woman, I don't know if it's woman or man, anyone can wear this, but this is, honey, money well spent. Alright, this was the end of my list. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Please let me know down in the comment sections which niche fragrances are sexy, strong, in your opinion, gets compliments, and for my strong women out there, I'm curious about your opinion. Let's keep the discussion going down there. I can't wait to see you at the next one. Take care, everyone.